Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. I am super grateful that you're here. Guys, welcome to today's message. Today's date is Saturday, March 12th of 2025. Definitely check those numbers out in relation to the gematria and angel number meanings. I do have a pre-pull here ready for you this lovely Saturday morning in Michigan. It is 69 or close to 70 degrees today. We are actually having a real spring. It is beautiful here. We had some rain, a little thunderstorm this morning, but it's been sunny and warm overall compared to where we were, which was like 19 degrees. I am stellar happy about how nice the weather has been. So I hope wherever you are, you're having a warm, sunny, or at least a peaceful Saturday morning or afternoon. And if you're catching this video on a different day, I hope that your day is going well. I want to give a big shout out to subscribers to the channel and those who are watching the videos, liking the videos, and subscribing. Please do hit the all button so that way all of the videos that are coming out, you will get a notification for each of those videos, okay? Thank you to my subscribers, old and new. And if you are a visitor and this is the first time to the channel, I want to give you a big shout out and welcome to the channel. And if you are enjoying the energy, please do feel free to like, share, and subscribe. So guys, with that being said, we're going to just go on ahead and jump into the energy. I'm going to ring my meditation bell and we're going to get into the message for today, okay? So if you do have a sound sensitivity, please do turn the volume on your device down now. Guys, I hope that you all have been doing your cleaning and clearing energy, especially associated with this eclipse energy, which has been amazing. The very first night, so like not last night, the night before, I did a meditation right before bed, and I just felt so peaceful, so at rest, so easy in the energy. Something here about this eclipse energy and meditation that works really nicely. Get yourself a meditation maybe on YouTube that has like a nice like 400 something hertz frequency, something that feels really soothing, something that takes you into a theta brainwave state, and just kind of lay there and rest before you go to sleep and just utilize that meditation. And you might find that it helps you to remove energies that don't need to be present, and also helps you to kind of raise your vibration and shift your energy from the day as you go into a restful state for the evening. So something really strong coming through in the energy about that today. So guys, today's message is more of like observations and things that I'm noticing in the energy as I talk with others, looking at my own experience. I did release a video here maybe a few days ago, maybe a couple days ago, relating to the topic of energies that have not been able to connect with your energy any longer. And so therefore they're not able to do the energy vampire thing, drain your energy, block you, step into your energy and utilize it for whatever purposes they want to utilize it for. There's been a lot of work happening on the spirit level associated with like people's ancestors' guides and just universal energies that have put a stop to a lot of these random energies just tapping into people they don't even really know and just siphoning their energy simply because they represent certain groups and collectives that have abilities. And so these energies are tracked, monitored, and then, you know, energies will be tapping into them and, manipulating and utilizing their energy in ways that they have not given consent and permission. But due to the awakening and more people being aware, they are actively not giving consent, cutting cords, clearing out energy, returning to sender, and doing work to help themselves to break free of these energies that have historically connected themselves to them and tried to bind themselves to them, to the collectives, and utilize their energies without consent. So because this is not happening as frequently, believe it or not, there has been a massive shift in the energy due to the awakening. And when I refer to the awakening, I am just referring to where we are in the timeline and people becoming more mindful, conscious, and cognitive that these things actually happen. This isn't like a fake fairy tale. There are energies that actually tap into the energies of the populace and utilize them in nefarious ways. That's a real thing. And so as more people are becoming aware that that reality happens, they are actively taking steps to protect themselves and to tap in with their guides and with their work that they're here to do, which is also helping them to cut these cords and to clear out this energy. So with that being said, I have seen some energy readers speaking about doing rituals and doing different energy clearing work to remove any last vestiges of this energy or energies that are trying to bind themselves to collectives, future prospects, and the energy that's coming in for them. And it's working. It's actually working. And I mentioned this in the other video. Collectives has members that are way more powerful than some of these energies that are trying to siphon energy or bind themselves to the collectives, to their destiny, fake destiny swapping energy, whatever. Collectives has people in these groups that are actually way more powerful and connected and protected. That's the key word I really want you to focus in on. Collectives is very protected. So these energies are frustrated because this is how they have historically gotten over. And some of them have been able to gain wealth and opportunities based off of engaging in this work. And they're no longer able to do that. So a lot of them are losing things that they gained, like ill-gotten gains. They're losing things because they were never supposed to have them in the first place based off of taking from others. So, these energies which are present during this timeline are definitely feeling some kind of way about the fact that they are no longer able to do what they were doing to help themselves have what they had. And they're also losing what they had and not being able to see a way to get it back. Never mind honest hard work and doing something to help themselves based off of their own energy and efforts. Never mind that. These energies are lazy and are used to siphoning off of others. And so the idea of having to get in there and figure this out, just like collectives has had to do for a very long time, years of this crap, the idea of that really scares them. That's why I say they're not on the level that collectives is on. Collectives is way more powerful and way more experienced with how to move around energies like this. These energies don't know how to do that. So that's one aspect of this. So with that being said, there's some issues here now with these energies just kind of like roaming around with nothing better to do and or trying to figure out how to get back what they lost or what they're losing. Doing weird practices and things to try to access collectives in whatever way they can, either to try to energy siphon again or to try to come in as a person that collectives can trust and interact with so that they can get physically close or energetically close, basically trying to find alternate ways to cloak their energy or to play a chameleon role, like a shapeshifter, and come in some form as a friend, a lover, an associate, a whatever, a business partner, whatever, trying to get close so that way collectives is willing to let their guard down, and these energies can then continue with the process that they were doing from afar. Now they'll do it up close. And this came through in a download, guys. So this is why I'm pulling on this today, is because these, as I mentioned in my other video, my previous video, these energies really, honestly, what I see, they just don't have anything else to do here. They don't really have talents, gifts, and abilities to speak of their own. And their whole thing has been based off of kind of cloning or copying or mimicking collectives' energies and pretending like it's their own. And some of these energies have gone as far as to actually monitor and look at what you're doing, you know, on social media platforms or in your business, in your work life, in your personal life, and actually just like monitor what you're doing and then physically go and copy it. I mean, when I say the copy energy is huge here, okay? So there was something that came through in the download about an energy, a masculine energy that just literally kept taking on different forms every few moments. It's like they were trying to find the right form to take on to get collectives to trust them. And the whole time, collectives was, you know, the viewer was just like not really feeling any energy. Like it's almost like this being or this person or whatever it was didn't have energy. It was like a blank canvas that just kept shape-shifting, very heavy into appearances. So if you have energies approaching you that are very heavy into appearances, how things look, please be mindful of that. Like, why is this person approaching me and really concerned about the narrative of how they look or how I'm viewing them? Something in the energy about that, and to be mindful of that. But they just kept shape-shifting every few moments to try to pick a form that was pleasing to collectives so that they would let their guard down and deal with them. You know, they tried to be a lover. They tried to be a friend. They tried to be the support person that collectives could talk to about maybe people in their life that weren't very supportive, you know, and be that person to stand with them and say, yeah, you know what, you're right. They're not supportive. You need to stop dealing with them. That's a loser. That's a bum. But really, they were just manipulating the energy to find an area to push in so that they themselves could pick up with the energy siphoning work. It was crazy. And I think this person, this energy, whatever it was, shape-shifted about 5-6 times. And the final form that they took, it was almost like a confused form. Like they had mixed everything together to try to be, will this work? And collectives just looked at them like, what are you doing? And that's basically where the download ended, because like clearly this energy could see they had failed. Like there's nothing they could do here. Collective's intuition is on point. Look at my new deck today. Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Okay, this is an amazing deck. But look what it says here. You are wiser and more brilliant than you know. Be still. Take a breath and listen. Your intuitive whispers are guiding you. This is what happened in that download, guys. Your intuition is so on point, is so strong, that these energies can't even for a second put one past you. That is where you are. You have, from all of the attacks and the manipulation and the problems with, you know, rando energies coming in, trying to do this and do that, people trying to energy siphon, people trying to play chameleon and shapeshift, people... I apologize, guys. As soon as I started talking about the first card, the video cut off. So what we do know, we know that, and there goes the throat chakra energy. Confirmation, confirmation. Okay. What we can see is that we're on the right path. So I'm gonna go over the crown activation card again because I'm not sure where it cut off. But so crown activation was the first card out. Okay. So due to the attacks, as I mentioned before, my video was cut off. You guys have had an activation of some kind due to constantly having to move around resistive energies or energies being sent at you that were meant to create issues, problems, blockages. It didn't stop you. You've just grown. You're stronger now. You're more connected with your higher self, with your guides, universal energy, and your intuition. That's what happened from those crown chakra attacks. Okay? Also, due to number 12 coming out, you're more powerful than you know. Okay? You guys might be seeing numbers associated with the number 12, 12, 12, 22, 22, something like that. There's something here about your connection, okay? Your crown chakra, your connection to source, your guides, your higher knowing, and your intuition. Something here that you're being told by the universe about your intuition, you're spot on about something. If you are a reader or somebody who's been sharing information online, downloads and things like that, you are so spot on, you don't even know it. These groups, these energies that might be looking at what you're doing online are looking at the things that you're saying or looking at the things that you are downloading and going, how the heck did they know that? And the only reason an energy would think a question like that is because they don't truly have that gift or ability. But you do, collectives. You're way more powerful than you know. You have been reading these energies so specifically. Your intuition has been so on point about these energies. These energies really don't believe that others could have gifts and abilities like this. They're not really. A lot of these energies work with other types of beings and things to accomplish what they're doing. Or they have to go hire a practitioner or something weird like that. They can't just tap into, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said something weird like that. It's nothing wrong with going to a practitioner. It's weird when you go to a practitioner to assault or attack someone. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these energies are not able to tap into their own gifts and abilities. They may not have them, they're not protected, or their gifts and abilities are very weak because of the way they use them, which is to harm others instead of doing the work that they could be doing here along with the collectives. Because some of these energies are like upside down light workers, like they are choosing to use their energies in a negative way. Intuitive journaling. Number 25, intuitive journaling. So we see here in this one, we can see somebody kind of sitting by a tree, something here about grounding out, which is important for the work that you're doing here. Sitting in nature, sitting by trees, grounding out, taking time out for yourselves. That might be something that those of you who resonate with today's energy need to engage with. But I looked at this as confirmation that there's something that you are writing about, speaking about, downloading, that you're more powerful than you know. You're more on point than you know. These energies see it. You may not even be fully aware of how on point you are. This is your confirmation that you have been reading the mess out of these energies. Like, you have read them to a T, guys. They see it. Maybe you don't understand why these energies are coming for you the way that they are, but that is because you are on point. Crown activation. And this is exactly what they were trying to keep from happening, because as your crown activated, you became even more powerful with your downloads and your intuitive seeing. And that was exactly the goal, was to block this. Some of you may have been experiencing, and once again, this is not a medical diagnosis, but just talking about energy work, things being sent at your crown chakra, headaches, lightheadedness, dizziness, just weird things happening around your head. Could be that these energies were sending energy to try to block your crown, to block your intuition, to block your connection with your spirit team and guides, so you would not be intuitive in the way that you are, because you're more powerful than you know. You can see these energies and you can step around them. You know when someone is cloaking and sending energy through a source, and you step around it, or you block it, or you return it to sender. They're not able to get one over on you, because the goal here is to stop you. Then we had number 44, trust the call. Something here that you are contemplating on, thinking about. You got this figured out, collectives, whatever this is. Your intuition is on point. Your crown chakra is activated. You're more powerful than you know. Your spirit team and your guides are letting you know to trust that inner knowing, your intuition. Because you understand what is happening here. You get it. And you've been acting on it. These energies also understand that you get it and you've been acting on it. And this is why they're having the temper tantrum that they're having. This is also why, you know, for some of you, if you're seeing these energies in, you know, your dream state or whatever, shape-shifting, you know, cloning, trying to turn into something that is pleasing or that you'll be comfortable with or consenting to, this might be why. Because you're so awakened and so intuitively connected, they don't know what to do to get you out of this mode. And the truth of the matter is they can't. And I mentioned this in the other video. It is not possible. Understood, there's nothing more that these energies feel like they have to do here, but there's plenty of work that you have to do here. And you're busy with that work. So you're being informed, number 44 here, you might be seeing 444 or 4444. You're being encouraged to trust your intuition. This is also the way that your spirit team and your guides are speaking to you and helping you to understand what it is you need to focus on, and helping you to step around traps, pitfalls, snares. You're stepping around them. They're not able to stop you. And then we have number 2. That was the last of the pre-pull. Unraveling. Well, we already know what this is. These energies are having a literal tantrum, an energetic tantrum. They're unraveling. One, because all of this energy that they sent out to others is coming back. So it is heavy karma season. When I tell you, I'm picking up on heavy karma season. Confirmation. And they don't like it. But that's too bad, because they've been engaging in energies they shouldn't have been engaging in, and sending out energy to just innocent people they don't even know. And so that energy is returning. So they're unraveling due to having to deal with this karma. They're trying to find a way to get around it. And that might also be why they're trying to get close to you, collectives, so that they can find a way to kind of shield themselves in your energy with this karma coming their way. But you're fully aware of who these energies are. You're not fooled by it. And so they're not able to do that. In the dream state is the place where they're trying to soften you up. I want to mention the video is cut off 3 times. And it's saying something like maximum recording time reached. I just want to let you know. So 3 might be significant. Something may be getting ready to happen 3 times, or something may have happened 3 times in association with this energy and those who resonate with today's message. But we're going to keep it rolling. So something here about these energies unraveling, also their ability to be able to tap into you, that having been cut creates an issue. That cord being cut creates an issue with them being able to manifest and create in the ways that they were before. So a lot of the work that they've done in creating the life that they've created for themselves based off of tapping into others' energy is unraveling. And they're definitely feeling some way about that. So these energies are, I'm picking up kind of like unhinged. I want to read a little something from the guidebook here. I think this is the energy I want to focus in on. You are more powerful than you know. Let's go on ahead and read that one. And hopefully the video will just keep going. Number 12, you are more powerful than you know. This one says, do you realize your own superpower? You have the ability to create your own destiny. Change your emotions. Rewrite your story. The only things blocking your power are your mind and belief systems. What would you do if you weren't afraid of falling? There is no certainty in life, so allow yourself to be brave and step into your full potential. This is not a dress rehearsal. It is life. Don't live with the regrets of what if, and instead turn your mantra to why not? What sparks joy inside of you? What do you do to play? Do more of that. Do more of what makes your heart and your soul sing rather than playing it safe and staying small. There is such power in you waiting to be expressed, and you will only find it by experimenting in new ways. Get exploring. So then we have a suggestion, Could be something here about Sekhmet. That's interesting. That was just getting ready to just fly out of my mouth. I don't know. Maybe somebody taps into Sekhmet here, but how to tap into your power. So here's a suggestion or a recommendation here. It says, stand in front of the mirror and repeat this affirmation to yourself. I am more powerful than I know. Repeat it until you begin to believe it. And then go out into your day with a new sense of adventure and power. Stepping into the unknown and a new version of yourself can feel scary at first, but embrace the fear and take that step. Just on the other side of that fear is a gentle power that is waiting to be unleashed. So there's been something here in the energy, and this is exactly why they don't want this message coming out. And why I'm running into so much resistive energy here is because there's something here about past energies really putting out an energy to try and force you to play it safe and stay small. And if you wouldn't do that, there might have been something here with limiting or blocking energies where if you had a gift or an ability, you were not seen, not heard. Others would be seen and heard, but not you. You weren't supposed to use that unless it was in alignment with whatever these energies wanted to see. So something that they were benefiting from, or something that they were getting out of utilizing your energy. And once you stopped allowing them to utilize your energy, they no longer wanted you to utilize your energies, your creative gifts and abilities. They wanted you to basically understand, if you're not going to use it in alignment with what's beneficial for us, you're not going to use it. That's really what I'm picking up here. And this is why the you're more powerful than you know card is so important with today's energy, because in the past, let these energies tell it, they had the right to like shut you down if you would not work in concert with what they wanted you to do. if you wouldn't support their viewpoint of how you should be using your energy. But truth be told, you were the powerhouse. You were always the powerhouse. These energies around you were not. These energies around you have always had to mimic, pretend, clone, be like you because they didn't have those gifts and abilities themselves. And so the whole purpose of them utilizing energy to try to suppress your gifts and abilities, get you to play it small, not feel like you matter, oh, you're not really as good as you think you are, is so that these energies could step in alignment with your destiny and cloak in your energy and pretend to be you and benefit off of what you're doing. And they're no longer able to do that. That's why they're having a meltdown and they're unraveling. Okay? So, wow, we're going to just get a Green Witch's Oracle to close out because I've had to start and stop this video like 5 times. But that just lets me know that we are spot on here. This most excellent and most beautiful Saturday. We are spot on here. We can see what's happening with these energies and we are reading them yet again. And we'll continue to read them until they are no longer in the timeline. And that's really what's going on here. I have Sekhmet coming through again. Messages for the collectives to close out. Thank you so much, Spirit. Yeah, thyme. Wow. I don't think I've seen this one before. This one talks about presence and self-awareness. I'm hearing to get one more. Spirit, one more message for the collectives. Whatever you feel like they need to know that will be helpful with this energy or this message today. Okay, we'll take the top one, the Sun card. Just so you know, Cauldron popped out, which talks about creation, opportunity, and caring, and altar. Gratitude, releasing burdens. Oh, now I see why these popped out. I should not ignore these cards, guys. I was just going to pull a message to close out. But it looks like you need to be in a state of presence, mindfulness, and self-aware. There are some energies here because we have Sun in reverse. This talks about healing energy, happiness, comfort, and joy. This was in reverse. There are some energies here that are trying to reverse or take away your healing energy, your happiness, your comfort, and your joy. Somebody's using some sort of low vibrational energy work, witchcraft, or spell work. They're back at it again. That's what we're being warned here because the cauldron and the altar popped up. If these two hadn't popped up together, I wouldn't have taken them this way, but yeah, somebody's engaged in some low vibrational energy work to try to decrease or remove something about your health and wellness, your happiness, your comfort, and your joy. But that's not going to happen, guys, because you guys are protected. It's not going to work. It hasn't been working, and that's the proof of it. Even if you felt a little something, trust me, it didn't do what was intended. You guys are moving forward on your path, regardless of what these energies think, feel, believe. It has nothing to do with what you are here to do, collectives. And it is most important and imperative from a universal sense that you continue to work on your soul path mission, and you are getting support to do that. Crown activation. You have been activated for the work that you're here to do. It cannot be stopped. These energies have probably feared this specific point in time for a very long time. But it's here. And it's the end of the old way, and a new way is coming in. And this is just the way time, experience, existence, creation, this is the way all of this works. These energies cycle. Nothing stays the same forever. So I don't know why these energies who deal with energy work would think that something that they're doing would work forever. I don't understand the thought process. They're not very tapped in, tuned in. But whatever the case, we're not here to do a reading on the karmics. We're here to talk about what it is that collectives has coming up in the energy today. And what we see is that these energies are doing the same crap they always do that doesn't work. They don't have anything else. And they're just getting weaker and weaker and weaker by the moment. The energy is very faint. It's like watered down, guys. But this here, about your intuition, okay? Presence, self-awareness, okay? And then your intuitive journaling. So this is talking about your connecting with your intuition, your higher self, that crown activation we spoke about, okay? You're more powerful than you know. This is where you need to focus. Your guides are telling you today not to worry about these energies and to just keep it moving because their time is up. They're not going to be able to do what they were doing in the past because you've awakened and you are not consenting to those energies any longer. And so all they have is what they have, which is nothing. They don't have the ability to stop what you're doing. And you all are moving forward. So it doesn't matter if they want to engage in this kind of energy any longer. They've been engaging in this. It hasn't helped them in their life. They've wasted a lot of time, money, whatever. This is done. They can't do anything here. So, guys, the energy for today, because I'm going to close this reading out, hopefully before the camera shuts off again, the energy for today is keep going with the work that you're doing. If you have energies approaching you that are really concerned about the narrative of how you view them, how you see them, the energy feels blank, shallow, soulless, just like a non-energy energy, use your intuition. Energies approaching you like that in a dream state, in the astral, or in real life. A light worker or somebody who is on the same page as you, you're going to feel that passion and that energy. There's going to be that light in their eyes. There's going to be something there. So if you have energies approaching you that are lacking that, you need to ask some questions about like what's going on with this energy. Okay? So just be mindful about it, but you guys have it. Your intuition's on point. Definitely, if you have questions about today's reading, feel free to leave a comment and or to send me an email. My email address is in the description box. Feel free to send an email there. If you are interested in having your own personal reading, definitely, you can feel free to reach out to me at my email in the description. I want to send so much love and light to those who are resonating with today's energy and those who have joined me today for the message. Even if this wasn't your message, definitely, I'm super grateful you stayed for the story. And feel free to check back often so that way you can hear a message that's in alignment with energies you are dealing with. Guys, my name is Ora-gen and this is the Ora-gen Channel. And I want to say happy Saturday or happy whatever day of the week it is to you. And I look forward to being with you in the next reading. Love and light, guys.